Welcome to PDR Tool Time. We want to take a moment to thank our sponsors that bring this great content to your listening ears week after week. B&D Tools, innovative PDR accessories for PDR professionals.
Edgy Tools, the king of PDR accessories that get the job done.
CBDdirectoils.com. It's not marijuana, kids. It's perfectly legal relief for all your aches and pains. Hey, what's happening, everybody? Episode 185, PDR Tool Time with your host, Vince D'Alessandro, Daniel Grom, John Renstrom, and Hudson Tansey. What's going on, brothers?
How's duty?
Oh, lots of sighs going on, huh? Oh, it's Tuesday.
I am.
Is everybody baking to death? Are you guys like just cooking?
No, well, we got a little tropical storm coming up from Mexico right now, and it's making it a little bit moist. But yeah, 80s, not too bad.
I'm not cooking. I'm grilling. I just got done making some fantastic steaks.
I saw those.
Yeah,
They're pretty tasty.
Well, man, I don't know. It was like 50 degrees. They were almost calling for into the 40s here overnight. I'm like,
are you serious?
That's way too early in the year for that. But I will say, pretty freaking nice.
Well, Daniel, you're baking away. You're inland. You're not near the coast, so it's like 100 degrees out by you, yeah? And he's not talking.
Oh, me?
Yeah. Yeah, Daniel.
I thought your name
It's actually cooled down. Today was like perfect. I couldn't believe it. I had over the weekend I had Stephen Hamby. Hambalicious came out from Georgia and spent the weekend with me, and we had a good time playing with some motorcycle tanks and got to show him a few techniques. And
did you get to play with anything like your favorite tool? What's your favorite tool?
That's the
bench grinder? No, nobody touches my bench grinder. What are you? That's sacrilegious. Nobody touches her.
What's her name?
God.
Damn, I thought I was on time with that cue.
I'm not telling you her name. That's God, you guys are getting personal here.
Yeah. We'd have a better chance to either use it as toothbrush or wear it as underwear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Vince has done both.
Actually, no, Mike Toledo used my toothbrush.
No, he didn't.
He did too. Remember that, Vince?
Yeah, I do.
He's my favorite. Did he do it on purpose or on accident?
On an accident. We all have the same electric
we all have the
toothbrush.
same one. Yeah.
And I'm like, why is my toothbrush wet? I'm like looking around, and he's like, whoops.
I wonder if he brushed his tongue with it.
Oh, God, don't even.
All right.
I'm gonna throw up in my mouth
Probably
right now.
I've got some tonsillits with it.
All right.
Yeah, I think I got pink eye after that too.
Pink eye.
Cephalacalacalus, or whatever you call it. So anyways, it's Tuesday. We're on the eve of Mobile Tech Expo Vegas, the first time ever. We've all been busting our butts trying to make a really special event for you guys when you come over to our booth. We have two vehicles going to be in our booth. It's meant for mentoring, so we'll be in and out of there. There'll be other guys in and out of there. Hopefully, the majority of us, well, John, you're going to be busy over at Mobile Tech RX, but Hudson and myself and Daniel will all be cruising in and out of there, helping you guys out. We are not.
I think this is really going to change the whole face of it.
Yeah, it's getting pretty exciting just talking about it. You
Yeah.
know, people are thinking, it's like, man, a chance to test drive a tool?
Right.
I still want to. I still. You know what? We should really talk to some tool companies and see if there's a system we can create so that no one walks off with their tools.
Well, yeah, because PDR Tool Time is not responsible for tools lost or stolen.
We should
Now,
do one
what
of
I've
those
told-
things. Oh, go ahead, Daniel, please.
What I told
Start me again.
what I told everybody to do is to take a credit card when they want to take
Or an ID.
an ID.
Oh,
and then they're
That-
responsible for it.
Yep.
that's actually smart. Okay, look at this guy.
Not that
That's
hard.
why you're the brains.
Yes, the brains.
Oh
Daniel.
gosh, we're screwed.
Yep.
No. The good thing is we're going to have a truck and a car. It's also been requested that we drop the headliner because there's guys going to want to be pushing on the roofs and stuff like that. But for all you guys that
We're
are
taking
listening,
volunteers for that.
I'll tear it apart. I'd love R&I. But for all you guys listening that are going to try out tools, be respectful of the cars. Don't put anything in that you're not going to be able to
This
take
isn't
out.
drunk done to
Yeah.
Olympics.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. We don't want crack paint. We actually have a company that is loaning us these cars. So we do want to be mindful of that and appreciative.
You know what we should have? You know what we should have there? We should have a denter maker.
A denter maker.
Like a soft dent maker.
Oh, you know what? I could talk to Mike. He's got the Ultra dent maker.
Yeah.
But doesn't that require like a whole air compressor and stuff?
Yeah, but I'm sure someone might have an air compressor.
We should just have like
tank.
we should have maybe something that's just like something rudimentary, simple. That way someone can at least like fix a soft dent. Yeah, like a soft hammer.
I think we might be able to find a hammer at the show.
I don't know.
Just bring a sock with a ball in it.
You need it to be a soft. We don't want to be making hard.
Yeah, we just want to be able to feel the action.
We're not making dent Olympic dents or dent trials dents.
We can put you, Hudson. We can put you on a chair and run you down the hall head first into the car.
They call that human Skittles, and I've seen it live in person in England.
Skittles?
Yes,
right. But we don't want Vince to put the dents in because I just watched a whole video about what happens when Vince puts a dent in a car.
Yeah.
It turns into a 4-hour instructional tape.
Yeah, it's a donkey
with
kick.
paintwork.
What are we talking about here? I'm not savvy to what.
Me neither.
Mr. Go ahead, Vince.
Oh well, Mike had Don Cavanaugh down in his shop a couple months ago, and I went down there to visit. So Mike took advantage of having myself and Don there, and he's like, "Well, let's do a video and have you fix something." Vince, why don't you put a dent in there, kick a dent in the fender? And I've never done that before in my life. I've take dents out, but I don't put them in. So I kicked it, and I guess I donkey kicked it and broke the paint on the body line, like not just broke the paint, like exploded the paint off the body line.
It went all the way. It went all the way into soggy cornflake because the cornflake was even falling off. It was like a quarter-sized chunk of paint missing out of there.
Yeah, at least. Yeah,
soggy cornflake. This has got to be a South Dakota thing.
Whose car was it?
It was a rental. Mike usually rents cars for his instruction when he's teaching. So it was a Hyundai something or other. It wasn't repainted, but it had a plastic structure in the fender that we didn't know about that was securing that. Oh. So that had something to do with it, I guess.
It made for a great instructional video on big damage that's complex and yeah, you can see the whole thing. It was a really good video.
The whole thing is an hour long. Mike put together an hour-long video on it on Dent Trainer, but there's only a 10-minute teaser that he kind of threw out there. But we were dropping some major knowledge bombs, and it turned into a push to paint. We flattened that thing out. So really, the painter just has to sand it down and shoot it.
So if I'm a Dent Trainer member, I can watch that?
You can watch the hour-long video, yeah. But you can watch a 10-minute long video, on all over the place. YouTube, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah. But
you guys both sat and kind of discussed how each of you tackle such a large, complex dent in a different manner.
Yeah, and what I didn't know is that the trainee at the time, he was from Norway or something like that, Sweden, somewhere Nordic, and he was completely intimidated by myself and Don going at it because we're like, yeah, just give him the tool, and we get in there, and boom, 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 and we're making stuff move, and he's like, holy cow, and I usually I pick up on stuff like that and explain and settle him down a little bit, but he was like almost in a panic because he was watching us fix his stent really quick, and it was something that he would have been on there for days.
Yeah.
So he was really intimidated. So if you're listening, I apologize. I should have been a little bit more sensitive to your situation.
And that's why Mike trains and you don't.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, so, I don't make a good trainer. I don't.
I make a good advanced trainer. I do not make a good trainer from start. I don't have the patience.
Just love teaching, but it just takes so much out of me whenever it comes to like teaching the rudimentary fundamentals.
I don't mind doing it once in a while, but not all the time.
Yeah. So, well, what else is going on? So we got MTE. We got a lot of stuff going on there. I've now in the process of listing my business for sale. So if there's any PDR techs out there that want to move to Southern California, or if you're in Southern California and walk right into a business that has PDR and paint work, you'll be making money immediately. You'll probably make your money back your first year. Give me a call. Reach out to me. Serious inquiries only. I'm not going to be talking numbers over the air or publicly. But if you're thinking about it, give me a call because it is a great opportunity.
And that's a full customer base just ready to go to work.
Oh yeah, customer base, Yelp, 5-star reviews, 240, whatever it is now. I mean, you're literally walking into something that's already done for a very little investment.
Yeah. Well, I'd like to do an announcement. I'm going to have some new tools at MTE. I'm bringing back a tool that I made, 23 years ago.
Well, you better have enough for us to take home with us.
And stop your crying.
And I'm not paying for it.
You will get tools.
Unacceptable.
He's such a little baby sometimes, He's just like, I want tools. You'll get tools.
So this is a tool that you made a long time ago and then stopped using it, stopped making it? What?
The guys that were making it were forging them. So this tool is made like a samurai sword. Very difficult to do. It's hard to do. And
forging makes a much harder tool.
Oh, it's the only way. The problem is with everybody out there, they've been using laser cut, flat stock whale tails, and they think it's good. And I'm here to tell you, it's not so good.
Not Blum. Blum doesn't though, do they?
No, Blum is
round stock.
Yeah. They're the only ones. But guys have never compared with a Blum, probably. And I went to Blum.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, who's making that tool for you, Daniel?
Blum. And Blum is making the tool for me. And I went to them and they nailed it. They made it exactly the way I made my old ones. And it's going to be a forged balloon tip. It's like a whale tail, but it's basically for doing softer dents under braces. So you got a nice soft dent under a brace. It just brings it up really nice. But what you'll find is because there's more surface to push off of, it has more positive push. But you can also take this tool and, like, if you've got a crease underneath a brace and you like your Steinliner killer whale.
Steinliner. Are they German all of a sudden?
Yeah, sorry. And so that technique that he teaches everybody to use, you can basically do that same technique with this balloon tip under a brace.
And I think I've seen some pictures of your old balloon tools.
Yeah.
What are you going to name them? What's going to be the name of it?
The DG balloon tips.
No, you should call it Doug.
Doug,
because you remind me of a nice, cute little puppy dog, and there's the name of the cute puppy dog from Up is Doug.
Doug.
I was under the porch because I love you.
Well, listen, here's
I do that voice for my dog when I think he's talking to me.
Daniel,
Up has all the balloons.
You were talking about that, with the moving a lot of metal and stuff like that, and using like the Stanliner technique. What I found this past 2 weeks, I have a gentleman that has bought a lot of Stanliners and from directly from them and from A1, and he had gifted some of them to me, and he leaves them at my shop, and I try them out. The funny thing is, he's like, let's try the edgy. The crown tool, right? And let's try the same techniques with the polished tip, right? And we started off with Shane Jack's round blending hammer tip. And then we moved over to an edgy tip, and we were doing the dragging techniques, and it's almost identical to any Stanliner tool. Now, it's the technique, really. It's not really the tool that it comes down to with some of these Stanliner tools is what we're finding. So, and I'm not, putting Stanliner tools on blast. I love them. I use them every day. But you will find that if you use the dragging techniques on some of this high strength steel, especially, you're not going to make a snail trail like you think you would make a snail trail using a polished tip, like an edgy tip.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
Up north, we do have to wipe the mud off the backside.
Oh, yes. And pull the leaves out and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Gosh.
All right. So, well, I'm looking forward to trying one of these balloon tools on one of our cars.
I'm looking forward to going home with one.
It's called Doug.
I'm going home with Doug. Doug is going to grow feet and come back to LA.
Yeah.
That's kind of like whenever I was at the Anson open house this year, and Mark Blim had one of their well tails, like the one well tail you want for all the doors. He only had one there, and I snagged it right before Don Cavanaugh could, and I and he was so upset with me.
Well, speaking of Don Cavanaugh, while you guys are talking, I'm going to get him on the phone. I never called him back today.
So, Hudson, did you notice a difference using that Blim whale tail versus other whale tails? The strength difference?
Yeah, there's definitely a strength difference. I'm a Dentcraft whale tail guy. I love my Dentcraft whale tails.
Same here.
Despite what Daniel says about them being laser cut, I still think they're amazing.
Here's what the difference is, though. When you're twisting that handle, you will twist that handle probably half to 3/4 to get where the Blim tool, you're only turning it 1/4. It's just way more positive.
I'm not going to deny that, but also it's stuck between a brace and the door, so it doesn't require that much torque anyways. But you are not wrong. Also, so when it comes to the Blim, you can turn that thing into a question mark and use it. It's insane, the bendability and the versatility of it. That has been a little bit of a learning curve for me, because it's just, I can bend it however I want, and it's just, I'm so used to having such a rigid S shape that I've made with my Dentcraft tool. But man, that Blim tool, man, I can just like boom, bent, ready to go.
You can turn it into like an S shape, and like if you needed to go, like if you had a double brace in a door and you needed to go round one and then down behind it underneath. That's what's kind of cool about it too.
Man.
Yeah. So the
orders and tools.
Yeah, and dude, and Blim's tools, man, they are so reasonably priced.
Oh yeah, and their handles are really good. I like their handles a lot.
I've had Blim tools now for 15 years, and those handles are still like brand new.
I was talking to Mark at the Anson Open House, and on their left and rights, I'm not a fan of the handles, the triangular ones, because it kind of forces me to close my hand on them, and I don't like that. I like to keep
again with your hands.
I know. I like to keep an open.
We should cut those off and surgically implant new ones, so you don't have the problems.
But I did just win in the GoFundMe raffle their 5-piece shaved adjustable handle set, and those handles are fantastic. They're incredible. They feel great in the hands, and they ratchet pretty great. There's not much play in them. And I don't know if y'all saw my video this week. If you work on any of the old air-cooled Porsches, they have drainage holes, 3 drainage holes along the bottom, and those bad boy, you cannot get a tool. If you put a tool from the top on those air-cooled 911s, like I think that's a 98 and below, you can't get a tool from the top. You have to come from the bottom.
To go to the bottom.
Yeah, and so instead of removing the entire door panel, usually you can slide a tool up in there. Well, in the past, I've had to really just like well away at those holes and widen them, the drainage holes. But this 5-piece shave set, man, they just slide right in there like butter.
Is it just a flag tool that you're talking about?
It's a flag tool, shaves. I mean, it's a 5-piece set, and it's
but it's bendable, but it's in a flag shape, right?
Yeah.
Are yours the stainless? Which ones do you have? He's got a 5-piece stainless kit, and
I won it. I didn't buy it because I won it on a raffle. But they're the adjustable handle ones, and they're nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're not getting Don.
Don, I got you. No, but I'm gonna shift gears here, and let's see if we could get. My second call didn't go through either. Let's see if this guy will answer. Did I say fool?
What's up?
Hi, Mr. Hartley. How are you?
Fantastic.
Good. You're on the air with Daniel Grom and Hudson Tansey and John Renstrom. How's it going?
Hey,
super
how's
duper.
You doing?
Super duper.
What's up?
We're
we just want to know if you're excited about going to MTE.
Always.
You are going, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And you're bringing your lovely wife, right?
I am.
Awesome.
She'd go without me.
She would
Is the
go
whole
without
Front
you.
Range crew coming?
Ingrid's coming. I don't think Anson's going. Mike's going.
Mike, of
Anson's
course.
a lame wad. Tell him I said that.
Yeah.
He's all
He
responsible.
wants to work and
Make money, all that bad stuff, huh?
yeah, all that dumb stuff.
Right.
Hire people and Build an empire.
Build an empire, yeah. So Wade, hey,
while we have you here,
what tools are you looking forward to seeing, or are you just looking for the party? The party.
Oh man, I don't even know what's new. I think I have everything.
You do get everything, don't you?
No.
There's going to be quite a bit of new stuff there that people are keeping under the wraps right now. So
yeah,
I think you're going to be surprised. Yeah, you are. You're going to be surprised.
I'd like to collect shirts from every single tool company because I think the shirts that I've seen so far are pretty damn cool.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Who can tell me? Okay, I don't know much about Vegas. What's up with the Flamingo? What does Flamingos have to do with Vegas? Does anyone know?
Well, I think
was that famous hotel.
Yeah, and it goes back to the early history of Vegas and the desire to make it appear like it was an oasis in the desert and not just a city plunked down based on hookers and blow.
Oh, okay.
And Saint Flamingo, the patron saint of gambling.
Yeah. Oh, yes. How can we forget that?
Yeah.
Is it really?
Was it Santiago Flamingo? Did you say?
I'll believe anything.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I only know flamingos growing up because my grandparents were like, "You see the neighbors with the flamingos in the front yard? That means they're lesbians."
It means they're what?
Is that what it means?
That means they're lesbians.
They're
That's
swingers.
What told me. That,
it means they're swingers. Yeah,
that's White Rock.
Actually, there's some kind of signal.
There is code for the swingers.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think Flamingos is.
No. The
Flamingos is?
Yeah, it is.
I don't know, because I'm going to start putting out a lot of them if that's the case, man.
I know apparently like White Rock means that. Like if you have like white rocks in front of your house.
Uh-huh. Means what?
Yeah.
It means what?
Hudson's mom had white rocks in front of her house. It means you're a swinger.
Oh.
Now I feel like I'm in trouble. I put black rock all around my house.
Oh no.
What does that mean? Oh shoot.
Yeah, what's that mean?
I've heard about the upside down pineapple in the shopping cart. It means you're a swinger.
Oh. I don't think that's true. Who knows?
Because we told me all about it. Him and Marissa.
I saw something with that. They have like bracelets too. Like you can it's like a Livestrong bracelet, but it has like a symbol on it. It's like, oh, this is what I'm into.
You know what? We should call a swinger and ask them all these questions. Vince, can you call Wade's wife?
Actually, you know what?
We didn't even take a left turn, but we're just in the parking lot spinning Brodies. It's just like,
right?
I mean, we're gonna blow
we
a
did
tire.
call Wade, that we kind of expect.
Well, Wade, have you ever been photographed in your underwear in Vegas?
In Vegas?
Not yet. Not in Vegas.
All right, we've got a goal.
Let me ask you this, Wade. How much would it take to get you to shave PDR tool time in your chest?
A TDN tool cart.
TDN tool cart.
Yes, or equivalent.
Really, that much?
That's what he got
expensive.
for how many?
Just like a grab bag. I mean, whatever. Maybe some like bottle rockets, and some dead center tabs.
It's got to be a nice job, though. I want you to spend time on it and do it before the show. I don't want to rush.
Well, I would need some help.
But that's already been done. He's got to do it in his beard or something like that. Something that it hasn't been done already.
Yeah.
He needs real estate.
And my ball fur.
Yeah, ball fur. Okay. There you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I'm not inspecting. I'm
I'll have to do cartwheels again.
Again. Oh man.
On a serious note, Wade, what tool? Is there any new tools or old tools that you're just absolutely loving right now?
Well, I love my inspection wedge. I was using that today.
Yeah.
I'm really, the height's real on the dead centers. Those are, man, yeah, it's amazing to pull with such a small tab.
Let me ask you this, Wade. Do you have a high mortality rate on those dead centers?
I do not. I've only broke one.
And let me ask you, do you pull
I
out
use a heavy slide hammer.
And you pull out the slack before you slide it, right? So it's up against it, or do you just go in there?
No, I've got a spring on mine.
Okay.
Like an old spring from a mini lifter.
Yeah.
But I use the heavy Dentcraft slide hammer, Yeah, and I'm usually just ripping it.
Because I'm thinking, my theory is that guys are like putting it on there, and then there's space in between the the lifter and the tab itself, and you're
tension against it.
Yeah, you put the tension first, then slam it.
I see what you're saying. The fact that the slide hammer slot where the glue tab goes into is got a little space in there.
Yeah, you take the slop out.
Oh, yeah. I think I naturally already pull slack on it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I do, because I always hold it in my hand with my hand over the end of the slide hammer, so the tab doesn't on my pull dog doesn't go flying across the shop, and I have to go find it.
Yeah.
So that's probably a very good idea there, Vince.
That's my theory. You got to take the slack out of it.
I agree.
Maybe the spring thing too.
Yeah, that probably helps.
I don't know.
Well.
Yeah, it cushions that shock.
Hey, Wade, are you near Mike right now?
I'm not. I'm making dinner with my wife.
Home. It's like 7:00 at our time.
All right. Well, Wade, we want to thank you for coming on. We're calling around different people that are going. We just figured we'd give you a call and chat with you for a second. We're
glad you answered.
All right. Cool. All right, brother. Well, thanks again. We'll see you next week.
See you soon, man.
All right. Yeah. See you. Bye.
Bye. The one and only Wade Hartley. He's a lot of fun. If you guys are there and you don't know Wade, track him down and talk to him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's a blast.
You don't have to track him down. You'll see him.
Yeah. So
he's always a lot of fun.
Those of y'all that don't know, Wade is the guy who trained me in Houston, Texas 13 years ago. So
yeah,
I've got.
Did he really?
Wait.
Yeah, he trained me. He was at my wedding. He's one of my best friends. So
Wade's a phenomenal tech.
Yeah. Great tech.
So I have the new hanger coming out from D&D, and they're going to be over at they're going to have those and the new Saturn hanger over at Dent Tools USA.
Okay.
So he got an order from them. They're bringing them to the show. And,
Awesome Tools going to have sweet.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to check those out just a little bit.
So you'll be able to get the Grom ring, and this is for basically getting leverage around tail light holes and wheel wells,
Mustang roofs.
Hey, Daniel, I actually have a question about the Grom ring.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, whenever it's two-sided, and when you go to push on one side, does the other side want to spin? Not spin, but like
tip up.
Yeah, like tip.
No, it locks in, and it's basically you're kind of pushing down. So it's kind of meant for what is it? Like you're working horizontally in that kind of a situation, where like the Saturn is for like you're attaching to the upper part of something, and like a hatch or something like that. So each of them have a very specific use.
Yeah.
And it depends on, the Saturn is good for anybody that is a hail guy, and mine's more for door dingers.
Okay.
Huh. Okay. Stop talking if we get a connection here.
Okay.
Ring.
Well, we got to talk about something while we're waiting
Peter.
For the ringy dingy.
Yeah.
Peter, what are you doing, man?
Packing tools.
Fixing doors?
Is this VIP,
no,
Peter?
No. Yes. I'm shipping tools.
Oh, shipping tools. All right. Hey,
Peter, you're live on PDR Tool Time right now.
You're live.
Oh, how nice.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing, guys?
Doing good. How are you?
Good.
So you're back in Chicago,
Are you coming to MTE?
Yes, I'm coming to MTE. Yes, I'm in Chicago. I am in Chicago pretty much whole season. I work almost at home.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, you guys had a lot of hail up there, didn't you?
It was kind of spotted. There wasn't like one big area, but there was few little areas, few little towns got a little bit hail here and there.
Okay.
And we got a good account and work for my buddy, and looks like it's so far slowing down right now, but it's still work.
Okay, so what are you bringing to the show? You got something new for us?
I don't have nothing new.
Okay, that's okay.
I'm working on few things, but I was so busy with hail, and I'm not gonna make it. I got a few prototypes, some things, but nothing special.
Okay. Well, you're.
Oh wait,
I just coming as a guest.
Oh, good for you.
So you're not even gonna have a booth.
Yeah.
No, Peter's fun to party with. He's the guy that you want to go out at night with. Him and his crew, George and Manny. Are all those guys coming?
George is not coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of surprised because he's going to Florida. He was playing vacation earlier, but.
Well, George usually doesn't pass on a party, so that's kind of surprising.
Yeah, usually, especially in Vegas.
Exactly.
That's a big surprise for everybody. Yeah.
We'll miss them.
Well, good. Listen, Peter, we're just calling around different vendors and seeing what's new and who's going to be there and stuff like that for the show.
So for Florida, will you have something new by then? I think?
For Florida, I'm going to have something new, but so far nothing spectacular. I was so busy with hail, then I didn't prepare anything.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure
everybody should have at least one of your tools. They're just the best.
I'm sure some of the vendors that are going to be in Vegas are going to have your tools there too. So,
Anson will have it.
Yeah, Anson's going to have it, and a few other companies going to have some zero stuff.
Fantastic.
I will say this, Peter. There is one tool that wasn't there in Florida that's going to be there in Vegas that I think you've released since then, and that's your new blending tip.
A blending tip I got for a little while already, but I didn't advertise that much.
Okay.
But, I still have it, I think the Anson.
Awesome.
And somebody else. Yeah, but it's for a little while, for a few months, the blending tip, but, I didn't advertise much on that, but it's available on my website everywhere.
Well, perfect.
Awesome. Thanks, Peter.
Well, Peter, listen, thanks for taking the call. We'll see you in Vegas. Yes?
Yep. See you guys.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Okay.
See ya.
All right. Bye.
All right. Bye now.
Bye.
Okay. So that's one that's not going. And
not vending.
Todd is busy on a horse with his wife, he said, and he doesn't have anything much new except for he does have the Grom hammer. What is that? The 152?
The 144.
178.
Hut.
Hike.
And some new hammer tips individually. He will be releasing the 2 MB1 hangers, which he just talked about with Chad. So those will be available at the booth as well.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What about Dave Streen? I think we should talk to him since he has hookers.
Oh, he's got hookers coming, huh? I don't know. Dave doesn't always answer the call, but we could try. We could see.
We have no reason not to try it.
All right, we need some more.
Well, and I mean, there has been a lot of banter about Dave's little pecker going to be all over the MTE Vegas. So, have any of you guys messed with Dave's little pecker yet?
I've touched it. I've used it. Whoa, did he answer? Dave.
Yeah, what's going on?
Holy crap, we got Dave Streen on the line. Yeah. He answered.
You're live right now on PDR Tool Time, Dave.
Oh, awesome. Cool.
First question, have you been drinking?
I have not. I got home like 10 minutes ago from a road trip.
Okay, then forget it. We don't want to talk to you unless you've been drinking.
Something going.
Well, we're doing our MTE build-up show here. This is going to release a few days before MTE, and we know that you're going to be there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
And
we're excited because you're bringing the hookers, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll always bring in hookers.
And the peewees.
And you'll be whipping your little peckers out all over the place, correct?
Yep.
Yep.
Are
So
you going to have anything new?
Yeah, tell our listening audience if you have anything new to look out for.
I'm supposed to have some new stuff, but as everybody always knows, I missed my mark, so it's not looking good for Vegas, but I'll have new stuff shortly after it. And I've got a new program that I'm going to be launching at MTE this year.
Fantastic.
A new program?
Yeah. So I'm not going to even give any details yet, but it'll be worth swinging by.
All right. Well, you know what? For our listening audience that's not going, we'll have you on the show right after MTE, and you could give the updates on your new program that is coming out.
Oh, that'll be awesome. Cool.
Yeah. You're always welcome here, Dave. Yep. We love you, Dave.
Fantastic. Right back at you guys.
Always one of the fun ones to hang out with and talk to at MTE.
Yeah.
Notice how I'm calling all the party animals in my phone book right now, and Dave is definitely one of them.
Dave, you're going to have a booth, right?
Yeah, yep. I want to say 719, but it's probably wrong.
Okay, here's what, if you're coming to MTE, this is what you need to do. You need to go and creepily just watch Dave Streen and watch him in his booth. If you want to see a man do something he absolutely loves and just have all the joy in the world while he does it, watch Dave Streen at a booth at MTE. It is probably one of my favorite things ever is seeing that man just talk about the tools that he's created. It's the greatest.
Showman.
Oh, thanks. That's cool. Yeah, I definitely enjoy it, without a doubt.
Is there anything specific that you're looking forward to with this new venue and this new show in Vegas? First time, all of us. It's kind of a mystery. What's really getting at you?
I'm hoping that this venue has a good place where everybody's hanging out, because that's like my favorite time is after the show. We all, at the Caribe Royale, we all used to go up and hang at the bar and whatever, make dinner plans and all that. So that's one of my favorite times, just hanging out afterwards and all the one-off conversations and everything. So that'll be great. Hopefully it'll just be, a nice venue. Vegas knows a little something about trade shows, so I'm not too worried.
Exactly. It'll be nice to be all under one roof.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. That was the other thing that worried me about Vegas, was that people might, all take off and go do their own thing and seeing shows and different things. And I want to make sure it stays, still a good get together.
Well, I think the majority of us are bringing our wives this time, so maybe we'll just group our wives together and say, "Hey, go see shows while we do our thing right here."
Oh, there you go. Don't let my wife know. I need her in the booth.
Oh, yeah. Well, after hours, of course. After hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that time at the bar is so important, and so much magic happens at the bars afterwards. After the show, and getting to know each other, and whining and dining, and I'm not trying to go down a pigeon or a rabbit hole right now, but it's definitely magical stuff that happens after hours.
Yeah, well, there's a lot more. It's a lot more laid back than not the high pressure of at the actual event. So
yeah.
It's really great. Really good chance to get to know everybody.
Well, cool.
Yep, definitely. Yep.
Well, listen, Dave, we want to thank you for coming on and let us interrupt your evening for a couple, 2-3 minutes.
No, that's awesome. Cool. So it's perfect.
Well,
awesome. Thanks so much, guys.
Yeah, we'll see you at the show.
See you soon, Dave.
Can't wait.
All right, brother.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Later.
Okay, that's another successful answer. Oh, Todd Zimmerman just chimed in again. His redesigned hood stands will be on display.
How is he designing them?
I don't know.
Well, okay, so version 1 had aluminum clamps that clamped onto the collars, for the arms, the uprights, the legs. And the version 2, they're all the ballistic nylon or plastic. I'm not really sure. It's a lot beefier.
Made everything better.
Yeah, it's a little more reinforced. I broke one of my aluminum pieces somehow with a skid steer and a CJ5. There's something bad happening.
That wouldn't break one.
Yeah, all the carbon fiber is still really good. It's just I can't extend it and raise it up. So the new model is beefy, and maybe we might get a sneak peek at his that hood hold down he was talking about on Facebook. So
yeah. Well, cool. Well, I think that's enough calls for today. We're nearing the end of our show. If you guys have not registered for the IMI hybrid and EV certification, make sure you go and do that, because it's going to be different. You could actually show up and listen to my seminar and not have to pay, but chances are you're going to want to pay. It's $650 for the certification. If you follow through with the certification, you could show up and listen to the seminar all you want. But
the guy that we were trying to call, he texted me and he said he signed up.
Okay, yeah.
Paid in full for you.
Oh, wonderful. Yeah, there's quite a few. So, and then what we're doing different is you're going to be actually powering down the vehicles on the show floor on Friday and Saturday at your leisure. We're going to sign you up for a certain time slot and come and do it.
No pressure. No, it'll be good. It
won't be pressure. They'll be confident by the time they get into that car to do it from my seminar that they'll be just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And one of the things I wanted to talk about is I'm going to be demoing Todd's. It's still in prototype. We were trying to get it all finished. He's going to have it ready for Florida, but I'm going to bring the prototype of the attachment that goes onto it for glue pulling to make it into a hustle stick. So I'm going to have that available, and I'm going to be showing how I use it, because some of the people that do have it, they've had all these questions. Vince, he doesn't know what he's doing.
I don't.
Yeah. So I'm going to show all my little tricks of how I use it. And one of the things I'm excited about is I used it with the Stucky hole puller. So I had a Toyota truck bed, and I pulled the flares, the plastic flares that are on there. Yeah. And there's all those holes for the tabs. And the dent went underneath and went into where that hole was. So I took my Stucky, clamped it onto the hole, and then I used that hustle stick, and I pulled, I just kind of held it with my hand and hooked it onto the end of the knob that's on that, and pulled with it, and it worked great, man. It was awesome.
Put just enough tension on that wrinkle going through that hole, kind of move a lot of metal, not just straighten around the hole.
Yeah. And that's what's great about Stucky's hole straightener. It's the only one that locks on there.
Vice grips on.
Yep.
Nice.
Well, cool.
Awesome.
Well, I hope to see everyone there. All our listeners. We got a ton of listeners out there. Come and talk to us, please. Don't be shy.
Yep.
Come up and shake our hands and talk shop with us. That's why we're going. That's why we do this every week.
Yeah, and I'll be racing around like a chicken with my head cut off. I'm probably not going to get stuck in our booth too long. I got a lot of meetings, but if you catch me and see me walking by, walk and talk.
You can't miss John. He's the whitest guy there.
Hey, we should. Let's see. Let me think of something here. Okay, let's see who the real listeners are who made it all the way to the end of the show. I'm gonna have 3 inspection wedges. With me.
I have a good story about one of those.
A good story about an inspection wedge?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'd like to hear it later. What should we say? Let's have like a secret word, like a password that someone has to say. And if they say it to any of us, the first 3 people to say that word.
Bench grinder. I think
bench grinder.
I'm the gatekeeper. Are you the
boy
the key holder?
The key holder.
Okay.
Ghostbusters.
The first 3 people that say bench grinder to either, we don't bother John because he's at Mobile Tech RX doing his thing. But Vince, Daniel, or I, if you say bench grinder to us, the first 3 to do it, they get an inspection wedge.
Will it come with a free flashlight?
It does come with a free flashlight.
Okay, cool. And
now, if they tell me I have bench grinder stickers, if they see these bench grinder stickers in odd locations, then they tell me where that location is at somewhere at the show. Maybe it's above the toilet or something like that, or I don't know where I'm going to stick them.
Yeah.
And you tell me where that location is, you will get something.
Oh, something.
A something.
Something might be an inappropriate touch, but hey, $20 is $20.
Right.
So,
I heard Mobile Tech pays $50.
Yeah.
Sorry. Anyways,
you only said it once, so I'm getting by cheap this time.
All right. And I was told today that I do not pimp my Magnatech mat enough with my open forums and stuff like that. So Anson and Dentcraft will have my Magnatech mats for sale, and that's version 2, and they are literally, I'm having a hard time keeping them in stock right now because I want to hold on to everyone that is going to the show that wants them. So make sure you stop by early to Anson booth, or Anson's probably going to have the most of them. They will have the green and red, and Dentcraft, because Dentcraft colors are red, they will only have the red over at Dentcraft.
Okay. You know what? If we're going to have that pickup, I think we need to get one stuck on the side of that pickup.
Oh, absolutely.
And keep the donging of that box side down when guys are testing out hammer. But it's the ultimate example of the true versatility of that mat.
Yeah. And abrasion resistant and all that great stuff that, Hudson and myself, we all use it for. So
I used a Magnatech mat this morning when my neighbor locked his keys in his car and I had to break into it.
Yeah.
And I didn't want my tool to scratch any of the paint. So I just put my Magnatech mat there and bada bing, bada boom, didn't scratch it or dent it.
Bada bang.
Hey, go.
Nice. So my story on my inspection wedge, really fast. This will only take a minute. I was fixing a dent on a Mini Cooper door, and I'm like, man, there is no access. If I could only see down, and I'm like, you big idiot. And I turned around and grabbed my inspection wedge and looked down inside the door, and I was like, yeah, turns out that brace covers half the door. But I'm standing there staring into this door like a goober and going, I need a flashlight. And then
ding, ding, ding.
You got to get used to having it all the time.
Yeah, Hudson, you should have came out with that thing friggin' 40 years ago, man. What the hell's wrong with you? 40 years ago.
40.
What's great is that you can just use it like a regular flashlight. That's what I don't look for it's always, I have those little flashlights, but they're hard to find. You set them down, you can't find it, but you can always see that inspection wedge and you just grab that instead and just,
it's a great tool, Hudson.
Flashlight.
Like you said, Vince, they come with a free flashlight, but I upgraded mine and I think I made a video about it. It's called the Streamlight, and it's they have a micro Streamlight, and it's like $50 on the Mac tool truck. It's $30, I think, on Amazon, and you can recharge it, USB rechargeable, and that thing's bright as can be.
Dude, I went to the gas station.
We'll put that
and
in
got
the
one
show
off
notes.
the counter.
You've got it at the gas station, you said?
Yeah, at the counter. They have flashlights on the counter, and they fit just perfectly fine, and they're like $3.
Yeah,
aluminum ones.
You made it the most common flashlight size, so the AA battery size. So
is it AA or AAA? I don't know.
AAA.
AAA.
Yes.
AAA. Well, there you go.
Well,
all right, guys.
Cool. So, what are we gonna do? We are gonna end the show. We got some music coming up here. Daniel Graham, you want to say a few things or one thing?
Let's take us out. Thanks, guys. And when you're at MTE, level up your tools.
While in Vegas, don't do stupid stuff.
And while in Vegas, keep it stiff.
For current discount codes, visit PDRTooltime.com. For sponsors like Hog Glue and Hog Pads, making your job easier. Found at AnsonPDR.com.
Magnatech Mat, magnetic utility tool mat. Version 2 is now available.
And Mobile Tech RX, the app that makes you money. Can you put that in there?
What show note?